welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on determining your undertone. By definition, your undertones are the underlying colors of your skin. People will either lean cool, warm, or neutral. Knowing your undertone will help you select what foundation's best for you, what eyeshadow colors will look best on you, even your wardrobe, what will look best on you, and also hair color. So there are a few tricks on how to determine what you are if you don't already know, but I'm just gonna break down a few of the categories. If you are warm, your skin will lean peachy, yellow, golden. Basically, you'll look more yellow, sallow, olive color if you're warm. If you're more cool, your skin will lean more pink, blue, or red. Basically pink or blue tones. If you're neutral, your skin will have a mix of cool and warm tones in it. So basically it's balanced. It doesn't lean one way or the other more. So some ways to determine what you are. If you tan easily and don't burn really often, chances are you have higher levels of melanin in your skin, which is what gives skin its pigment, and that means you're most likely more yellow to olive tones, so you'd be warm. If you burn easily and you tan very minimally or not at all, with pink, bluish red to red tones, you're likely cool. Cooler undertones have obvious sign of redness, which if you've seen me do my makeup, I do have some redness, so it can fall into neutral categories as well. When neutral undertones tend to show really a lot of red, that could be caused from rosacea, which is a skin condition. But cool undertones tend to flush more easily as well. So people with olive skin tones can kind of look ashen or kind of gray. And that's from the natural yellow that everybody has in their skin mixed with the greenish hue that comes along with being olive. If your makeup's gonna lean one way or the other, neutral tones tend to work best with olive skin tones. So there are some key words when you're looking at foundation types that can really help you determine what you want to pick. Like if you see something that says golden, that's going to be more on the warm side because it's yellow. Beige typically tends to be a neutral color because it's a mix of pink and yellow. Again, it does depend. Sand tends to be warm. So here's a few tricks to be able to tell. Obviously I have tons of tattoos, so it's going to be difficult to see on me, but I will try to show you the best I can. I'm sorry, my dog is digging at me. Come here, Minpin. She wants to say hi. You happy now? You happy? Where's your bone? Where's your bone? Where's your bone? Go get it. I know I say my dog's barking all the time, but she's 13 and I live in an apartment right in front of the elevator, so she does. As she's gotten older, she's more territorial and she barks constantly. There she goes. They're actually redoing the carpet in our building in the hallway, so there are guys right in front of my door. So I might have to start and stop this a few times. At this point, I'm petting her right down here with my right arm to keep her from barking at the guy in the hallway. She's little, but she's ferocious. Oh, if I'm kind of leaning down like this, that's why, to keep her quiet so I can film this. Okay, so your wrist test. What you'd want to do is look at the inside of your veins right here, and I do have a tattoo right over mine, but you can see right here. And again, this is artificial lighting, it's not natural, so you want to check in natural lighting. Now, if your veins appear blue to purplish, then you're going to be cool toned. If your veins appear green on your wrist, then you're warm toned. And if you have difficulty telling the difference, if it's kind of like a greenish blue, then you're likely neutral. So if that test didn't give you a definitive answer, think about what colors that you look best in when you're dressed. I typically, if you've noticed a lot of my videos, I like to wear a beautiful like deep blue color, like royal blue. If you look best in jewel tones like blues, purples, emerald greens, chances are you're cool. If you favor earth tones like red, oranges, yellows, olive greens, chances are you're warm. If you can wear all of them, then lucky you, you're neutral. Another test is the jewelry test. So go get a piece of silver jewelry and a piece of gold jewelry and put it up against your skin to see what complements your skin tone better. If you look better in silver, then chances are you're cool. If you look better in gold, chances are you're warm. If you can wear both, then you're neutral. Another way is to base it based off of your natural hair color, not what you dyed it, and your eye color. If you have blue, gray, or green eyes with blonde, brown, or black hair that has platinum tones to it, chances are you're cool. If you have brown, hazel, or amber eyes with strawberry blonde, auburn, or black hair with gold tones to it, chances are you're warm. And if the gold and silver test didn't work against your skin, hold it up to your hair to see what works better. Again, natural hair color, because it doesn't matter what you dyed it. So when it comes to hair color and choosing one that's going to suit you the best, I know lots of people that want, when they go blonde, they want to be that like platinum white blonde. And in all honesty, very few people can truly pull that off and look healthy and not sallow or sickly. The reason for that is because most people need some warmth in their color to complement their skin. So when you see boxed hair dye, or you're going to your hairdresser, when you see words like ash or platinum, those are cool based colors. When you see words like golden and mahogany, those are going to be warm colors. Down in the description bar, I'm going to leave a list based on hair color and skin tone, what makeup colors look best for lipsticks and eyeshadows. These are just guidelines, they're not rules. You can experiment and do whatever you'd like. I am neutral, and if I lean anyway, it's cool because I do have redness in my skin and I don't really have any yellow. I have more pink than yellow. So this is a color wheel that they would give you in art class basically. So from this end of the spectrum to this end of the spectrum, these are warm colors in here. From this end of the spectrum all the way over to this end of the spectrum, these colors all right here are cool colors. Why this is important to understand is there are some companies like MAC that make color matching very confusing for people that thought they understood the warm and cool spectrum, because in MAC, I am an NW, which in their language normally stands for neutral warm, I believe, but I'm not warm, if anything. And that foundation is more pink based than yellow based. Their NCs, which would be, they say neutral cool, are yellow based. Okay, now I have a little dog on my lap because she's going crazy. So MAC, their NCs should be neutral cool, judged based on the color wheel and everything else, would have more pink based in it. But they don't, they're more yellow based. So you have to just think of MAC as backwards. So when you go to get foundation, if you're NC, that's not cool, you're warm. If you're an NW, it's not warm, you'd be cool. I know that gets really confusing, but they're really the only ones that do that. The people that have the most difficult time finding foundation that really matches them tends to be really fair, cool people, because people think that when you're really, really light and fair that you have pink undertones, but there are some that have yellow. So this is some Studio Sculpt by MAC, an NW20, and I'm trying to get it as close as I can so you guys can see. There is nothing yellow about this foundation. They're neutral warm. This is pretty much as pink as it gets. Now, when you're in the drugstore, most of the foundations nowadays, besides just having a color name, which could always have been confusing, they have a numbering system. Like this one is W3, which is warm, level 3. This one is an N3, which is neutral, level 3. So figuring out what your undertone is will help you so much in finding a foundation. So remember, if you go to MAC and they match you, whatever they say, do opposite. If they give you NW, that means you're cool. If they give you NC, then you're warm. So let's use the example of finding the perfect red lipstick for your skin shade. That is probably one of the most difficult things I find for a lot of women. If you are cool toned, you are gonna want a blue based red, which something like, if you are cool based, you are going to want a red that has more of a blue base to it, which tends to look like a more vibrant red. And this is MAC's Ruby Woo. If you're warm toned, you're going to want a red that has a little bit more warmth to it. And this is MAC's Viva Glam 1, I think? Yeah. So you can see this one's almost a little more brown. If I hold them up in comparison, you can see the difference. And here, I'll just swipe a little. Okay, you might look at this and be like, I can't tell the difference. But this bottom one right here is the MAC Viva Glam 1, and this top one is Ruby Woo. So if you can see this, this is more a vibrant, pure red in my eyes, and this bottom one is more of a brown based, almost like a crimson blood. If you're neutral, you can wear either one, which I am neutral, so I can wear either one. I'm going to do a makeup collection video, and then later this week I'm going to work on showing you some color theory of, you know, based on what color you put on your eyes, what color would look best on your lips, and vice versa. All about complementary colors. If you guys are interested in that, please check back. Now I'm gonna let you guys go, and if you're gonna see this ensemble, you're gonna see it twice because I'm going to do my makeup collection video that has been requested. So I hope this video has helped you determine what your undertones are. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.